Hello everyone. How are you? This is Kay. Good to see you again. Thank you very much for joining today's live stream. Today is the 25th of June 2024 and this is on Tuesday. So today the markets are not so much active. So instead of doing analysis of multiple pairs, I wanted to share what I think and how I create a scenario to trade for the next potential direction. So I will do that step by step from the higher time frames to the lower time frames and exactly how I plan the trade. So now you have been trading for a long time, for years and years, or you're new to trading. But either way, we never want to trade emotionally and we never want to get into the market, jump into the market by intuition or instinct. We always have to think logically and we always have to create the scenarios to trade. And that's something that was one of the biggest aha moment for me from becoming a losing trader to non-losing trader. So today, I would like to show one example on EURAUD and share exactly how I plan the trade. So hopefully you will enjoy this live stream till the end today. Okay, I see lots of comments now today also. So thank you very much for joining everyone today. I hope you had a nice weekend last week. Okay, hello CSMs, good morning, good afternoon. Thank you for joining. And Sarosh, good to see you too. It's been a while. Thank you for joining as well. And Gang, good to see you. Ichimoku Trader, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Okay, and Gabby, good to see you too. Thank you for joining as well. And Vic, good to see you. Lucia, good to see you too from Poland. Thank you for joining. And Angela, good to see you. And Tan, thank you for joining from Australia. Good to see you too. And Sharif, thank you for joining as well. So yeah, today let me change the screen first. And before I get into the topic, one announcement is that the Global Trading School in July, which happens 2 weeks after Sunday, there's only one seat available. So if you're interested, please let me know by email from the link on the below description. This Global Trading School is a 3-month program and to master my strategy fully. And I only take up to 5 members in the group. This is a very small group so that we can communicate closely and I can exactly check every single trace of yours. So yeah, so let me see. Now let me switch the screen to trading view. And so here is the EURAUD. So when I check the market and plan to trade, what I first do is to look for the trending market. Because I'm a trend follower, so when there's a trend, then I follow it. But if there's no trends, then there's nothing to follow. So first, I look for a trending market or I look for the market which has the momentum of bullish or bearish from Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. So this is the monthly chart. I usually don't check the monthly chart unless there's a big trends. But it's good to check the monthly chart in this chart, EURAUD, because the level I draw, the horizontal line, 1.6162 is the key level in terms of the previous resistance and support. So as you can see, there are multiple touches on this level. So that means the market has been respecting 1.6162 level. So unless you check the monthly time frame or weekly time frame and zoom out, you never know this. And this month so far, it's breaking that support level bearish. So from this candlestick perspective, this is bearish to me. This is breaking the support level. So with that in mind, I check the one lower time frame, which is weekly time frame. So when I check the weekly time frame, what I can find is that it broke, first of all, the P wave. P wave is the triangle range, and P wave is what we call in Ichimoku, because when you add one vertical line like this, then it becomes the shape of the P, the letter P. So that's why in Ichimoku we call it P wave, and the market had been within the P wave, and on the week of the 10th of June, it broke bearish. And this is significant. The P wave breakout is showing the new direction, and then after that the market broke the support also of 1.6162, which I mentioned on the monthly time frame. So last week it broke the support level, and also this was a breakout of the Kumo too. So here was a Senko span B on the weekly time frame as well, and it broke last week. So in this case, this is bearish to me, and I look for selling opportunities. I'm not gonna look for buying opportunities because it's bearish in these reasons. So I hope so far so good. So like this, whenever I check the market, I first check the market and identify the direction or the momentum, which way the market's going. And if it's not clear, sometimes the market is completely ranging or very choppy, and sometimes there's shallow breakouts, or the markets are not really moving that much in higher time frames. So in that case, if that direction is not clear, then I'm not gonna take entries. I'm not gonna pick the market to trade. I only select the market which has the clear and obvious trends or the momentum. And I thought EURAUD is a good example today to share that, and that's why I'm taking this today. So today is about the trading scenario on EURAUD. So first, so far I have been explained how to identify the trending market, or how to identify the market which has the momentum. So again, monthly is breaking the support in the key level, and weekly is also breakout of the P wave, breakout of the Kumo as well. Also, in terms of the target, EURAUD is great because after the breakout of the support of 1.6162, there are no support levels. There are no support levels up until, down until 1.5852. And we have a room of more than 200 pips. Now we have a room of 258 pips to trade, which is huge. So if I can sell the market, then I can expect around 200 pips down to that support level, which is next target. So that's really important to keep in mind to really select how to select which market to trade. So after that, I even go to the daily time frame. Daily time frame is the most important time frame in Ichimoku, and the most effective time frame in Ichimoku. So I check the daily time frame, and what I can see from the daily time frame is that it's also bearish because the market has been resisted by the Tenkan-sen. Yesterday, the market touched the Tenkan-sen, then closed below the Tenkan-sen, and today's bearish bar so far. So it's bearish. And also Kumo is sloping down, it's bearish. Kijun-sen flat, but Tenkan-sen down, and Chikou span below the candles. So daily shows bearish momentum right now. So this is good. This is a good market to look for selling opportunities. Okay, and also in terms of higher time frames, what I call the higher time frames, I take also the 4-hour too. And 4 hours seems to be ranging now in terms of Ichimoku, because simply the market is within the Tenkan-sen Kijun-sen, and Chikou span is touching, and plus there was a gold cross of Tenkan-sen Kijun-sen here. So 4 hours range, but the daily is bearish in this momentum. So I follow the daily time frame direction. Based on the strategy I built as a trend follow, which is called KTS, I prefer to wait for the Kijun-sen angle to be bearish and sell. It's safer because that shows the trend direction happening. But now the momentum is bearish, so technically you can sell here too. And because if you sell now, then the stop loss is relatively smaller. Stop loss can be above 1.6162, which is about 64 pips or 65 pips or so, the stop loss. And as soon as you find the market to break the Tenkan-sen bullish, then you exit the trade. But the reward is 260 pips, so the risk-reward ratio is great in this trade. So that's one way to think about. Again, this is bearish, not only the daily time frame but also weekly and the monthly time frames. So that's important to think about. And when it comes to drawing the lines, if you have noticed like this, I only draw the lines towards the major direction. There are resistances up here or up here, but usually I don't draw the lines against the major direction because there's no point. And the chart looks too many lines, and it may confuse you too. So in this case, I only draw the horizontal lines on the downside, but not the upside. So that's something I also do usually when I analyze the market and draw the lines. So coming back to the daily time frame, you can also notice that the market has been resisted by the descending trend line. Now this is the new descending trend line, and it's been bearish. This is the daily descending trend line. So the price may go up to the descending trend line and may go bearish. That's also a possible scenario. But for now, you don't want to wait until the market comes up to here because it may take time. It may take few days or even few weeks if that's the case. So you don't want to wait until the market pulls back all the way to here. But instead, you better create a scenario to sell, either today or tomorrow. And to do that, you better check the daily time frame and follow the Tenkan-sen momentum. And what I mean by following the Tenkan-sen momentum is that the price is below the Tenkan-sen. So as long as price below the Tenkan-sen on the daily time frame, you keep holding sell and expect the price to go bearish. But if the price breaks the Tenkan-sen, you exit the trade. That's what I mean by following the Tenkan-sen momentum. Tenkan-sen in Ichimoku is showing the short-term market momentum or short-term participants momentum. So short-term participants are selling the market and they are making profits so far. And when the price touches the Tenkan-sen, that means the short-term participants, buyers and sellers, are 50-50 in equilibrium. And when the price becomes above the Tenkan-sen, that means short-term buyers are starting winning the trades and short-term sellers are losing the trades. So far now the price has been below the Tenkan-sen, and yesterday it was resisted by the Tenkan-sen. So in this example, you can follow the short-term participants' momentum to sell. Then you expect the market goes bearish this way. So in terms of the trade scenario, it's also better to create the scenario in case if the market goes bearish. I mean, if the market goes against your direction, it also have to be two scenarios together. If the market goes your way, then what would you do next? And if the market goes against you, then what would you do next? You always have to have two scenarios in mind and keep trading. In this way, your psychology will be much safer because you're anticipating both scenarios to happen. And in case if the market goes against you, then you don't panic by creating the scenarios in advance. So again, that's why I say if the market breaks a Tenkan-sen bullish on the daily time frame, then you exit the trade. So you can put the alert on the Tenkan-sen. On TradingView, it's possible because if you simply right-click on the Tenkan-sen or Ichimoku, and you can select add alert on Ichimoku, it's possible too. Like you can select the conversion line is the Tenkan-sen, right? Conversion line, and when it crossing up, then use this trading sends you the alert. So when that happens, that's your exit timing. So when the alert triggers, then you can simply exit your trade. So you can actually create the alert like that in TradingView, and I think it's really helpful too. You can also put the alert on the Kijun-sen angle also. When the Kijun-sen points down or up, then you can create the alert and send you the notifications. Yeah, this is the reason why I started using TradingView. Before I was using MetaTrader, MT4, MT5. If you remember my old videos, I was using MetaTrader because I didn't know about TradingView, to be honest. I was always using MetaTrader to analyze and take entries. But after I found TradingView, it's really convenient. I can also save these watch list on the cloud, and we can open up and any other PCs or phone, then everything is saved. The lines are saved, the watch lists are saved, so it's really convenient. But anyways, coming back to the topic of the trading scenario. So in this scenario, I can sell the market. So, but if you want to be more precise exactly on what timings you want to sell, then you can check the lower time frames to perfect timings. You can sell now. If you don't really want to look at the lower time frames, you can just execute the sell now and put the stop loss above the Tenkan-sen and see how it goes. It's also good. But if you want to increase the probability of winning, then you can look at the lower time frames to create more precise scenario for the entry opportunities. And that's what I called the trading edge in the market. So yeah, so that's how I view the market on the daily time frame. And also, if I check the 4 hours flat range, but 4 hours also better to look at it because in terms of Ichimoku's range, but here Chikou span is now following the previous candlesticks. And this is called Chikou span trace. This is one of the Ichimoku strategies, which is very powerful. Sometimes Chikou span follows the previous candlesticks, and you may be seeing this situation before. So from a 4-hour candlestick viewpoint, from Chikou span viewpoint, the next timing the market goes bearish, huge or bigger is here. So that will be from today, from right now, it's going to be 5 bars ahead, which is 20 hours ahead. Then Chikou span may go down, and the price also may go down too. Right? So this is about how to time the entry opportunities from Chikou span strategy. So, so from Chikou span viewpoint, the next momentum bearish would be 5 bars ahead in 4-hour time frame, which is 20 hours ahead. So in the live market from here, it's going to be 26th of June, tomorrow on Wednesday at 9 a.m. UTC. Then the price may go down. Of course, this is not 100%, but just giving some idea of how you can think about the scenario. Right? If you can come back the market at 9 a.m. UTC tomorrow, then and look at the Chikou span, and if Chikou span still tracing the market, then you can sell and expect the price to go down in that 4-hour. starting from the 9 a.m. UTC until 1 p.m. UTC. The bar may be bearish, and you may be able to make some profits. So that's actually one of the tricks or one of the strategies you can create based on the scenario, based on Ichimoku. Yeah, I hope that makes sense so far. I hope I'm not confusing everyone. If you're new to Ichimoku, then it may be confusing. So please view the videos of Ichimoku Part 1 to 5 video series, which I posted in the past, to get overall understanding of Ichimoku. But this is more like practical way to create the scenario in the market. So that's 4-hour scenario. And we can also create 1-hour scenario too. Oh, by the way, in the 4-hour also, if you zoom out, then you can also draw the descending trend line based on a 4-hour time frame, like this. So 4-hour shows, hold on, let me delete the daily descending trend line because it may be a bit confusing. So the price has been resisted by the descending trend line in 4-hour, 3-4 touches. So that means from a Chikou span viewpoint, right, again, the market may be range for the next 5 bars. Was it 5 bars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars, and on the 6th bar or 5th bar, the market may come down. So that means in terms of the 4-hour candlesticks or in also descending trend line perspective also, the market may be range like this below the trend line, then finally becomes bearish. And from there, from Chikou span viewpoint, it's bearish, so the market might go down also like this way. So you can create the scenario from Chikou span strategy and also descending trend line strategy like this way. So this is another way to create a scenario. So there are so many ways to create the scenarios based on Ichimoku like this. It's not only about the 5 lines, but also it's about a combination of the lines and the candlesticks, and you can have many scenarios and trade strategies. So and today I'm just showing how I analyze the market, because this is exactly how I see every time I look for some opportunities. So that's 4-hour scenario. So shall it come down to the lower time frames like 1 hour and create a scenario based on 1 hour? The more you go the lower time frames, the more timings becomes more precise. So yeah, so that's 4-hour scenario. So next is 1 hour. Let me switch to 1 hour time frame. And 1 hour is also, 1 hour is now range. The price is within the Kumo. Let me delete the descending trend line because it may be confusing. So first, let's look at the Ichimoku lines only. So here, Kumo is flat, the future Kumo is flat. Senko span A is coming down because simply Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen is down. Tenkan Sen at the moment is flat. And that's why Senko span A is down. Because Senko span A is the half, middle price between the Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen, and shifted 26 candles ahead. So when Kijun Sen is down, Tenkan Sen flat, then Senko span A goes bearish, turns bearish. And also Chikou span is now very close to candles. So this is basically range. But one thing in this scenario I notice is the Kijun Sen. The market has been resisted by the Kijun Sen for the last couple of hours. That means as long as the price below the Kijun Sen, it's bearish. And it can break the Kumo and goes bearish. So 1 hour is basically range, it's in the Kumo, but we can look for the trade scenario based on 1 hour Kijun Sen. So that means, again, weekly is bearish, daily is also, monthly is also bearish, weekly bearish, and daily is also bearish as we saw earlier. So if you trade based on 1 hour, then what you can do is you sell now and you put the stop loss above the Kijun Sen. And when the price breaks the Kijun Sen bullish, That's your exit timing. But so far, the market has been resisted by the Kijun Sen, so if it continues bearish, it should go down below Kijun Sen and breaks Kumo and continuously bearish. So that's the 1 hour Kijun Sen based strategy to enter trades. So this is not about KTS, this is about simply how to create the scenarios based on Ichimoku lines. Okay, so next one I also check is 30 minute. Well, 30 minute may not be a good time frame to discuss from the Ichimoku viewpoint. So also you can, if you want to be more precise, more precise, then you can also check the 5-minute time frame. In the 5-minute, I don't recommend you to use Ichimoku, but instead you can create the scenarios based on the candlesticks and the lines to enter trades. So again, this is bearish. The market is now bearish. So can anyone know how to create the selling scenario based on the 5-minute that you can see now? If you were to sell the market, then in which scenario would you sell? This is kind of open question and there's no right or wrong answer, so I just wanted to hear your view today. The 5-minute seems to be range now, but what would be the sign of the bearish trend on M5? In this range market, after the range market, how would you sell based on the 5-minute by the candlesticks only? You can draw the lines also, but yeah, for now, you better stay away because there's no trend, there's no selling pressure. But what would be the scenario to sell based on the 5-minute time frame? That's kind of an open question, so yeah, in the meantime, let me quickly check some other comments. Thank you very much for joining again, good to see you. This is Tuesday on the 25th of June. And I'm just sharing the trade scenario on EURAUD today. Okay, Sharif says Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen are up, but there is a very little difference between them. Does this difference indicate anything? Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen are up. Difference? No, if they're both up, then that's bullish market. Yeah, no. It doesn't really indicate anything different. Okay, Yang says, may I request one question? If Chikou span bounce from the cloud is more reliable or bounce from the candle is more reliable? Chikou span bounce on the candlestick is more reliable than Chikou span bounce on the Kumo. Okay, Soros says, I have a question. When mid time frame are against higher time frame, do you take trade based on higher time frame or you wait for 1 hour to go the direction of the higher time frames? I wait for the 1 hour to go towards the major direction because most likely it's in the middle of the retracement. So I wait until 1 hour to align with the higher time frames to follow that direction. Okay, hello Costa YB and Navanice, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Okay, I believe we have to wait for Kijun-sen goes bearish in the daily and look for entry edge. Right, that's the definition of the trend based on my strategy. But today I'm just giving you some scenario example. You can even sell or buy even if the Kijun-sen is flat based on this idea. I prefer for the daily or 4-hour Kijun-sen and Kumo both to be bullish bearish. But yeah, you can actually do that. Okay, let's see. Yeah. So let me see some comments now. I get lots of comments now. So let's see. P-wave. Yeah, P-wave breakout is one of the trade scenarios. Yes. So P wave would be, if I were to draw the P wave, it's going to be like this. So when it breaks bearish, that can be the sign of the new downtrend. From there, the market may go down this way. Yeah, so that's one of the scenarios. Yes. Head and shoulder neckline breakout may be one of the setting edge. Right, but there's no head and shoulders in this pattern. So I would prefer look for some other scenarios. If the candles break continuously the previous low resistance, right. Yeah, so if the price first resistance or support, the first support level is down here, and the swing support level is down here too. So if the market breaks the first support level, then after that it may go down and breaks. Yeah, so that's another scenario. You can either sell here or you can sell here too. Depends on how the market goes down. So yeah, that's another scenario. Right, so this is how you can create the scenarios and enter the trades. So never jump in the market just because the market is going down or up. You have to be very precise, like a sniper, to really look for opportunities to trade. Yeah, FT Images says breaking the bottom of the candlestick in 5 minutes, but for me it looks like range for 2 more hours. Right, this is now range. There's no sign of the bearishness yet, but yeah, we can wait for the support level here, 1.6093, and sell. Yes, that's safer scenario to sell. Yes. Right, P wave, yes. Raven says sell at high of the range, 1.6200 limit sell order. Yeah, you can sell here 1.612 at the top so that your stop loss becomes smaller and you can sell there and expect the market to go bearish. Right, that's another scenario. Yeah, Modak says find support, resistance level, and candlestick pattern in 5-minute time frames. Right. Yeah, I do look at the candlestick patterns too. Like inside bar breakout, outside bar breakout, or doji breakout, pin bar breakout. Those can be also one of the entry edges. But at the moment, as far as we see the candlesticks patterns, then there's no indication of the bearishness yet. There's no inside, there's no outside. Seems like the market has been just range. So let's say if this one closes doji, which just happened now, it's a doji candlestick. And if this candlestick closes below the doji, that's also a sign of the downtrend. It's a doji reverse. The price comes up and doji happens, then the price, the next candlestick closes below the doji, and the market can go down this way continuously. So yeah, let's wait for another 4 minutes and 30 seconds or so to see how this candlestick closes. So far it's been bullish candlestick, but we never know until we wait until this candlestick closes. It may close below the doji, so we will see. Yeah, let's see. Retsu says, what do you think about the book Ichimoku Kinko-yo study by Hidenobu Sasaki? Do you recommend for the beginners? That book is not for the beginners, but it's a good book to read. Yeah, it's a good book. It gives you overall understanding of Ichimoku. Yes, Costa, you're welcome. Thanks for the comment. Use currency strength meter too. Yeah, currency strength chart, you can actually use that, but today just wanted to focus on the candlesticks and also the lines. Yeah, but yeah, you can also use the strength chart to do that, to check the momentum of the market. Yes. Yeah, I noticed that the GTS website. Yes, I'll fix that. Thank you. Pullback. Yeah, pullback is also a good sign. Okay, so now it's breaking bullish. The doji is now breaking bullish. And this candlestick is becoming bigger. So it's good that we didn't sell. We didn't jump in the market because we didn't see any selling edges. And in that case, the market can go either direction. So for now, this is 50-50 chance whether the market goes up and down. So this is a bit risky to trade. So yeah, so that's so now this is resistance in the P wave. So let's see if the market will be resisted by the P wave, by the descending trend line, and go bearish next. So far looks like it's been resisted, but let's see how it closes. If it closes above the P wave, like this, that means it's a breakout. So the market may take off bullish, which is against the major direction. So in this case, I simply walk away and come back a few hours later. Because when that happens, usually the market doesn't go down anytime soon. It may go up or it may go range. So it's not efficient to keep monitoring the market. So I'd rather go away, stay away from the market, and come back a few hours later and see if the market still goes bearish after that. So it's about the time efficiency part. Time efficiency is really important in trading. You can sit down in front of the charts 12 hours or more even per day, but you may not find any opportunities. Or you may jump in the market and you may lose the trades. But you've spent 12 hours. That's your time of life. You spend 12 hours, but you may not really find any opportunities. So instead of spending 12 hours per day, I suggest you to select the market and create the scenarios like this. And when the market goes your scenario's way, then you closely monitor. But if the market doesn't go your way, as you created the scenario, then you don't have to monitor the charts anymore. So as we talk, looks like the market is resisted by the P wave. So after this, I expect the market goes down. This one closes in 13 seconds. So it's closing with a pin bar. So now we have a doji and pin bar. So let's see how the next bar closes. If this one closes with a bearish bar, that's the doji and pin bar reverse. So this one is also going to be a great sign to sell. If it closes like this, even below the doji, then I think the market goes down bearish after this. So let's monitor for the next 4 minutes and 30 seconds or so and see how it plays out. So up until now, I don't enter trade because this is not according to my scenario. So this is how I wanted to show you today. I wanted to show you how to create the scenarios like this. But that requires patience because you're gonna have to wait. And you may not be able to wait for long. You may have some meetings, you may have some dinner, you may have some you may have to go out. But as long as you can monitor the chart for the trade scenario, then you better monitor the chart. Then look for the exact timing to enter trades. Okay, Sam says, what are your 3 favorite oscillator for trading Forex with Ichimoku? Is it Bollinger Bands with or ADX? My favorite oscillator is stochastic. I use stochastic in the lower time frames like M5 and look for an entry opportunities usually. Okay, let's see how this one closes. So far it's bullish bar, but we have 3 more minutes. So it's not closed yet. So we cannot say that this is a bullish bar yet. This is some people's mistake sometimes. As soon as you see the bullish bar, then you may think it's bullish, you enter buy, but it closes a bearish bar and the market go against you. So always we better wait for the close. It's only 2 minutes and 40 seconds, so it's really short time to wait for. Okay, Manish says US 30 1 hour bearish and enter criteria by 5-minute chart. Yeah, Dow Jones, I think M5 entry is a bit too low time frame, so I suggest you to do that in 15 or even 1 hour to enter trades. Costa says, I have noticed that a lot it's the banks getting their last penny with penny worth at 3.38 near the close of the UK. Okay, yeah, okay. That's interesting information. 3.38. Okay, so now it's closing in 1 minute and 40 seconds. So far it's doji, but it's not closed yet. So let's see how it closes. Let me zoom in, and so that you can see more clear view. Okay, so now it's getting bearish bar. So again, what I'm waiting for is for this candle to close below the pin bar, or ideally below the doji within the next 1 minute. Then the price goes bearish after that. So let's see. And this is really fun to wait for, right? Because if that really happens, then potentially the price goes bearish. So it's worth waiting for it. Okay. Doji and pin bar reversal is it's Sandan. Doji pin bar reversal, it's not the Sandan. It's not. Oh, Sansen, sorry, Sansen. Yeah, Sansen, yes. If the next bar closes below, then it's Sansen. Yes. Gabriel says, using the Forex Tester, I've noticed that even when the market is ranging in weekly, daily, and 4-hour time frames, then out of nowhere, a new strong trend forms. How reliable are these trends to follow? Are they retrace? Yeah, as long as you see the trending markets in higher time frames, they are all reliable. But I think those aggressive, strong trends, new strength trends, could be triggered by the news, or could be triggered by the fundamentals. But yeah, so the thing is that we never know when the trend happens. But when it happens, you just follow it. You don't have to know why the trend happens out of nowhere, but simply when it happens, you follow it. So in this case, don't think too much, just follow it and make profits. Okay, so looks like it's closed and it closed with a doji again. So looks like the market is now really ranging. So now let's wait for another 4 minutes and to see how this candlestick closes. Hello Prince, good to see you. Thanks for joining. So yeah. This is also kind of like a scalping strategy. If you can wait for the precise timings to enter trades by the candlestick patterns only, then you can also scalp. So after I lost for 2 years, after becoming full-time trader, I used to buy so many indicators, so many paid indicators, so many tools, but I deleted everything and I start to use the candlesticks only. then study the candlestick patterns and be able to trade by the candlestick patterns only. Then I added Ichimoku and things start to make much more sense to me through Ichimoku knowledge, perspective, plus the candlestick patterns. But when candlesticks, when I still didn't know about the candlestick patterns, then I was still a bit confused. I was still relying on what indicator shows. But that was not really true. Because indicators are the translation of the candlestick patterns usually, or candlesticks. Depends on how it closes, the indicator shows the signals or the directions, but it's based on the candlesticks. So it's better to master candlestick patterns first, then you start to add the indicators, and I'm sure it makes much more sense to you. So yeah, so I think okay, so now there is a blue, there is a white bullish bar, and you may think that it broke the P wave, but still not. We still have 1 minute and 38 seconds. Within the next 1 minute and 38 seconds, it may still close with a pin bar. So we will see. So this is something I learned also that's important, is that usually when you look at, when someone explains the market in the past like this, then all the candlesticks are frozen. So you know the direction, you know how it goes, and you know what's working. But the thing is that if you look at the live market, the candlestick is not closed yet. It just keeps moving like this. So this is one of the reasons why people lose, because if you only studied the candlesticks or indicators in the past frozen charts, because these are not moving, that's why you're missing something. So you better be able to understand what's exactly happening on this moving live market. Okay, so now let's see if it closes below the P wave or not in 6 seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so it slightly broke the P wave. Well, actually it's on the resistance. It's very close to the resistance in the P wave. So let's see if it goes still being resisted and bearish. But my feeling now is that it breaks the P wave bullish and goes up, because it broke the doji bullish. It's a doji breakout. So my feeling is that the market goes up continuously this way, but we will see. So never believe your scenario. You just create a scenario as a hypothesis, then just see how it goes. No one can read the future market, so do not try to predict the future. That's another reason why I like to create the scenarios. It depends on how it goes. I've been flexible to see what to do. Okay, Babak, thanks for joining. Good to see you. Alright, Prince from Nigeria, good to see you too. Thanks for joining. FTMO says, I'm waiting for entering possible short and AUD Swiss franc, but no definition yet. Okay. Intraday or scalping. Yeah, so if there's no definitions, if there's no entry edges, then do not enter trades. You only enter trades when things are clear to you. When it's not clear, then do not enter trades. In this case also, it's still not clear if the market breaks P wave or it goes bearish, because this breakout was really shallow. So still not sure. So I don't enter trades in this case. But if the price goes bullish and breaks the P wave bullish like this more clearly, then the price may have been going up this way. But that's against the major direction, so I don't take entries in that scenario. Okay. Shigenobu, thank you very much for reminding the like button. So yeah, if you liked the live stream so far, please press the like button before you leave. That would be great. Thank you very much. Okay, Sam says, on TradingView, do you know how to 26 bars on a chart without having to draw a line each time, especially on the 1 hour chart? It's annoying to draw each time. 26 bars on the chart, you mean in the past or in the future? You can actually see that from Chikou span and Senkou span AB. Chikou span is simply backward 26. So without drawing, without doing this all the way, there's a Chikou span. So this is 26 bars ago. If that's what you're asking, then yeah, that's how I do. So sometimes I want to know the future Kijun-sen directions, then I take high and low back to the Chikou span candlestick. Then I know exactly when Kijun-sen angles bullish or bearish. Yeah, every time you do this, yeah, it's annoying, but yeah, there's a Chikou span that you can use. Okay, so looks like now the market is resisted by the P wave resistance and going bearish. And this is now becoming very big. Baptiste, what is your scenario on EURAUD? My scenario is down bearish to sell. I have discussed the higher time situations already, so if you've missed that, please watch the archive. Then I analyzed from the monthly, weekly, daily, and 4-hour and 1-hour time frames, and confirmed it's bearish. Which tool are you using to make the drawing? Oh, this drawing, it's a date range. If you look to the left, there is here on this section here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the top, there is a date range. This is the one I'm using to count the number of the candlesticks. It's date range 26. Says sometimes it's lack of the timing. You open the chart and check into, do you agree? If I check this chart 30 bars earlier, it broke support 1.60998 and also have bearish N wave, I mostly enter sell already. Yeah, that's true. It's also about the timings, right? So when you already open the sell, then you know what to do when the market starts to retrace up. You better know when to exit your trade. Or if the market is still going your way, then you simply keep following the trend until the market hits the target or until the downtrend finishes. Yeah. Okay, so now this market is really ranging. I was waiting for some kind of candlestick patterns, more clear candlestick patterns to be able to share and for the next future scenario. But so far it's been ranging and no trend. But as you can see, the market has been respecting the P wave the triangle. So yeah, I think the breakout would be the new direction. Either way. Okay, Ajit says, hi master, how do you limit the trade within 10 in a month? Whenever the trend starts, I jump in and end up in a loss. How to control this? Please advise. Yeah, so that's what I'm sharing today, to create the scenarios. If the market doesn't go your way, if the market doesn't go as you planned or as you create the scenarios, then simply do not enter trades. So never jump in the market, never jump in. By looking at the lower time frames, you have to be more precisely enter the market. So again, EURAUD, I'm taking this as one of the examples today to show the scenario. And as I discussed earlier, monthly is bearish, weekly is also bearish. It's breaking the Kumo, right, and the weekly time frame. And daily is also bearish because the price has been below the Tenkan-sen. And 4 hours in a range, but 1 hour is bearish because it's been resisted by the descending trend line. And this is M5. I'm looking for the selling opportunities now. I mean entry edge to sell. And I found the P wave. So if the market breaks a P wave bearish, that's one of the scenarios to sell. Or if the market breaks a support level, one of the support levels, then that's also a good scenario to sell. So I was waiting for that to happen to show everyone, but looks like so far it's been just a range still. Hello Tony Gold, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Costa says, would you now move the top P wave line now or not? Yeah, I can adjust a little bit. So, well, actually, I don't have to move, I guess. If I just more precise to touch these 2 points, then this area is a bit like overshooting. But as long as you see the market is being resisted by the lines, it's okay. So this is just a minor, like a very shallow breakout. So I don't have to adjust it. When I draw the lines, in my eyes, I don't see this as a single line, but instead I see this as like more like a zone. So it's more like within the zone of like this in this case, instead of one single line. So I kind of give some buffer up here. So yeah, so let's see. But it looks like it's going bullish. So this pattern is called ascending P wave. It's like this one. The resistances are at the same level, and the lows are higher. So now let me delete the P wave. So now I see the market as like this, ascending P wave. And usually when ascending P wave appears, then usually it breaks bullish. So let's see if it breaks bullish from here. Yeah, let's see. And also there is a previous resistance here too. So yeah, it's about to break bullish from here. Yeah, let's wait for a few more minutes until I finish live stream to see if that happens or not. But yeah, that will be against the major direction, so I'm not gonna enter trade. But just for the scenario on M5, it may be interesting to monitor in that perspective and see how it goes. Okay, OK says, have you traded gold or other instruments using Ichimoku? Yes, I traded gold only. Gold and also the Forex markets. Yeah, I backtested it on some stock markets and some major stock markets like Apple, Google, and yeah, KTS. I did it and it worked, but when the trend happens, I was able to follow like a big wave, big trend. But yeah, when it comes to backtesting, I mainly did it in Forex and gold. Okay, so now the market is resisted by the resistance level. So this is normal P wave. It's normal P wave, but rather this is now ascending P wave. So the price has come up from here and down, ranged. Then the range breakout happened on this bar, but then the market went down to the support. Then now it's coming back up. So yeah, before it was bearish in the wave. In terms of the waves, so it was bearish in the wave before. Then here was not really like a bearish in the wave, but this is like more like a ranged. And range breakout happened exactly on this bar. But after that, this is now becoming the V wave. It's a V wave. So the price may test the trend line again, then go bullish. If I just draw the trend line more precisely, then it will become like this. Yeah. But I think it breaks bullish. Usually it breaks bullish on this pattern. If it's towards the major direction, then this is the way I enter trades also. Costa says, I think at 4:20 UK time, you will see a start of the big downtrend. Oh, 4:20 UK time? You mean yesterday? 4:20? 4:20, like, yeah, this AM, right, AM. Yeah, so there was a huge downtrend. And right, that was reversed in a wave. Then here also, second reverse in the wave. Then here also, this was ascending P wave. Then the market broke bullish and it went up this way. So yeah, it's taking a bit time. So I think I'll finish the live in few minutes. But yeah, let's see. Gabriel says, if it breaks bullish, will you follow? No, I don't, because that will be against the major direction. But if you want to scalp, then yeah, maybe you can follow. You can maybe take a few pips after the breakout. Yeah, there's also a strong resistance level here too, up here, 1.61232. There was a previous resistances and support. So this is another key level. It's another key level. So yeah, M5 is now breaking the ascending P wave bullish. So let's see if it breaks 1.6123 also. Yeah, my view is bullish now in this very short term. on M5 only. So maybe you know already, but the market tends to follow the major higher time frame directions. So when higher time frame is bearish, the lower time frames also tends to be bearish. It may go up like this, it may retrace, but this is just a short-term retracement. If major direction is bearish, eventually possibly it goes bearish this way. But at the same time, new trends start from the lower time frames also. So if the new lower time frames start to be bullish, while higher time frame becomes bearish still, but if it continues bullish this way from lower time frames 5 minute, then 15, then 30-minute time frame go bullish, and 1 hour turns bullish, then usually daily or 4-hour time frames or higher time frames becomes range. Becomes range. Then as it goes up continuously, higher time frame becomes bullish also. So the markets follow the major direction, but the new trend happens from the lower time frames. So my entry and exits are based on this concept. Especially exit is based on this concept. When I see the sign of the retracement, when I see the sign of the new trend direction, then that's when I exit my trade. Okay, anyways, so that was, I think, good live stream today. So yeah, please monitor this chart, EURAUD M5, and see how it plays out. Or you can come back a few hours later and see how it plays out. And so for now, before you leave the chart, please create a scenario before you leave. If it breaks bullish, then what may happen? The market may break the resistance and then retrace and goes up. That's one of the scenarios. Or it just keeps going up this way. But if it doesn't happen, if the market still resisted, then breaks bearish, then what may happen next? It may be range, or it may go bearish on the bearish in a wave to follow the major direction. So think about the scenarios before you leave and come back and check and see how it went. And this exercise is really important, not to jump in the market for you. So yeah, that was what I want to share today. I hope you find the live stream to be enjoyable and learning. So yeah, thank you very much everyone. So again, the GTS class coming up in July has only 1 seat. So please let me know if you're interested. This is to master my strategy for the 3 months. And also, yeah, if you liked it, please press the like button before you leave. That would be great. So thank you very much again. I hope to see you again soon. And until then, please stay healthy, stay safe, stay gold. Bye for now. またね. Thank you very much.